Hey everybody, Chris Bober here with Team Bober at Nebraska Realty, and we are so excited to introduce our real estate auction division for our team. I've been a certified auctioneer since 2013 when I went to auction school, and we auctioned property in my previous company when they sold a lot of land. So we're bringing it back. Then we're not going to have it to be just land. We're going to auction anything that can qualify for that. So let me go through here and tell you kind of what that means, right? So first thing I want to do is help you understand the definition of an auction. So an auction is a public sale in which goods or property are sold to the highest bidder. A public sale means it's out in the open. And auctions anyone can go to an auction. And they're out there because everyone in the world should know what's being sold. You're selling property, and we create a competitive bidding environment that ultimately will set the market price by allowing people to get there and have free will to bid on properties. They get great results because people show up ready to buy. Now, the biggest thing about auctions that come about is transparency. That's a model that we really buy into because we want to disclose everything about the property, everything about the process, the terms and conditions, so that sellers, buyers, everyone involved knows exactly what's going on. And with that transparency, people are comfortable. Okay, so now going on here, let's talk about the types of auctions that kind of come up. The first one is an absolute auction. This is an auction where when you go to auction and the auction starts, wherever that bidding ends, it's going to sell for that price. They sign a contract and they're ready. You get a lot of people to come to absolute auctions because no one knows what it's going to sell for. It's going to sell for $1 or $1 million, but it will sell. The second kind that you do about half the time is an absolute with reserve. Undisclosed minimum price is the floor of this, and you have to achieve a price greater than that, then it will sell. Sometimes we actually do disclose the minimum price just so people know what it is, but this gives the seller a little bit of protection that it won't sell below a certain rate. All right. Also, there's several different ways to auction. These are the methods of auction that kind of exist. The first one is the live outcry auction. That's when you talk really fast and 500, go through the whole auction process. You have an event, you're at the property, you're at a hall. They're a lot of fun, a big time event. The other one is going to be an online or timed auction. This is where the property gets bid on online. It's a really cool service. I got some great stuff set up with Proxy Bid to allow people to sell property online. You can bid through it on your phone, just like you're at a charity auction, whatever it might be. A lot of details go into that, but it's really cool. We also have the ability to put a buy it down price on it or make an offer price. So there's some good stuff that I'll disclose here later on. Of course, sometimes we can have a combination of these, right? So I'm at the property, I'm crying the auction, someone's either on the phone or the computer, and people are bidding online at the same time. So you can do any number of things when it comes to the auction methods. Now, if you're interested in an auction, here's kind of how it works, right? Now, the first thing you're going to do, of course, you're going to call Team Bober, and we're going to set up a face-to-face meeting. Then we're going to meet you at the property and meet with the seller. We want to understand their needs, we want to understand the challenges they have, the property, and we'll see how they qualify for auction and what's the best way to do it. We'll go back and do some homework, and then we'll provide you with an opinion of value and all of our auction options, right? There's so many different ways to do it. We want to explain what they are and help you understand how it is. Now, if you and the property qualify and we come to an agreement, we'll sign a listing and auction agreements. We'll start working on terms and conditions. We'll start working on the marketing. We'll start getting it out there, but we will have an agreement of how we're going to do the auction. Then the major part of the work and the expense of an auction is advertising, marketing, and promoting the auction. This is a really, really big deal because you want to put it out there in front of as many people as possible so you get as many people bidding on the property to get the best price. Then, of course, we're going to conduct the auction, whether it's online, whether it's live. We're going to collect the earnest deposit, usually a sizable earnest deposit at the auction or at the time of when the auction ends. And then all parties are going to sign a purchase contract, and just like a regular sale, then we'll move towards closing. We will even help you coordinate the closing of the transaction with the title company, with whomever might need, and we'll get towards closing to get it all done for you. That's kind of the basic way it works. You don't have to call us to understand exactly how it works. We have a lot more details than that. So you're probably wondering what type of property is sold at auction. Well, quite honestly, anything can be sold at auction. Traditional single family houses are sold. We sell luxury, commercial, apartment complexes, farms and ranches. A lot of people see farm auctions out there. They're pretty popular. Sometimes historical property where you can't put a value on it, you need the auction market to set the price. Bank-owned properties, foreclosure properties, sometimes commercial, undeveloped land. There's lots of different ways types of properties that can sell at auction. As important as the type of property is the auction situation, right? An estate settlement. That's a really big one. You know, mom and dad pass away, you have this house, you don't want to fix it up. You don't want to put in a roof or a new carpet or new paint. You want to sell it as is. That's a great situation for an auction. Again, a divorce settlement, when you're trying to liquidate to divide assets, just like an estate, a divorce settlement is another big time to use it. You can liquidate businesses, bankruptcies, foreclosures, investment property. You know, it's a dollars and cents game. A lot of investors come and buy property at auction. Of course, vacant property, if you're not there, you might want to be able to get rid of it. You can't take care of it. And then bare land and acreages and anything unique. Almost everything fits within the auction bubble if you choose to look at it that way and you want to get it done in a certain time frame. So now I want to share with you kind of some advantages of going to auction. I call it the Team Bober Auction Advantage. There's several of these things here. The first thing is the time factor. You're going to get a pretty quick turnaround. Once we take this and agree on how to auction it, we only need about 30 days to get that property to auction. A lot of that is really heavy marketing and promotion. Once the auction happens, bam, you got to accept a contract and it closes soon after. Sometimes you don't know what a property's worth. An auction will help you set that market. They create excitement. They have a definite time so you know when the property is going to be sold. Property sold at auction is free of contingencies or warranties, right? You'll provide title. You'll be able, the buyers have the ability to come and inspect the property as much as they want. You have tours. Everything's transparent, but once that property goes to auction, put a price on it, you start bidding on the price. It's usually not contingent on financing or anything like that, which is nice. It's cleaner. It's a lot easier to get done. The commissions and the prices you pay to do an auction are very comparable to a traditional listing. Of course, you have a very, very aggressive, I call it an accelerated marketing program, where you're going to really put and invest heavily into marketing the property to get people there, get good results. And it forces buyers to make a decision. There's nothing like getting several people in there who want to buy a piece of property and let them hash it out. You know, the value of it is wherever that stops, and they get pretty competitive and they want to buy it. It creates a great environment. So there's a ton of advantages when using the auction method. Now, lastly, I want to kind of dispel just a couple falsehoods and tell you the truth about real estate auctions. Now, the first thing is, auctions are no longer considered a fire sale. They're not a last resort or discount. With technology, with the competitive environment people want to be in, a lot of times it's just the best way to do it. We hope to help a lot of people get property sold for a good amount of money. People love auctions. That's why they're very popular. They're quickly becoming the first, best, and only choice in many of today's real estate markets. There are situations happening in our market that's making things go a certain direction where an auction is going to be a great option for a lot of people. NAR, the National Association of Realtors, they've approved auctions. They have their own category for auctions. They see it as one of the most viable systems for selling. It's tried and true. It's timeless. It's ageless. Auctions sell the most valuable things in the world. Why not apply it to real estate? It'll work. And lastly, the auction fever, they continue to grow. Consumers love going to auctions. The online option is huge. They love buying stuff online. There's going to be a lot of things. They want to play. They want to win or lose. They're competitive. They provide them with the option to kind of be in a game and get into the mix, and they really like that. So if you want to learn any more about auctions, you're going to go ahead and give me a call. Here's my number, 312-5076, Chris at NebraskaRealty.com. Of course, at teambober.com, we will have all our videos, information about auctions, and ways to reach us. So we really hope you embrace this opportunity. If you know of anyone that has a property that needs to get sold quickly, needs to be liquidated, and is a little bit unique, why not try an auction option? And we're going to be open and honest with you about how an auction can help you achieve your sales goals. So thank you so much for tuning in. We are so excited to provide this service for our clients. It shows that we are just doing something else to give you the opportunity to get the best results. So have a great day and call Team Bober about an auction.